we use serverless in production. And here's a short story about our use case. So my name is Andrei Chernyshev, and I'm software engineer in Outfittery. Outfittery is a fashion startup in Berlin, and we focus on providing personalized shopping experience for men. Our platform kind of using a lot of machine learning, obviously, because we need to provide nice recommendation for our users. And to deal with it, we run a lot of experiments on our platform, a lot of A/B tests. So we A/B test different machine learning algorithms to compare which one is better and so on. And to do it right, we develop one tool in-house. We call it Smart Gateway. It helps us with running those A/B tests and so on. And yeah, it's actually responsibility of my team. So it's a small team of 2 developers, and we're developing this tool. We run our platform on Kubernetes, as you already suppose. We don't use any providers like Amazon or Google or Azure or whatever. We run it on a host we rented from how's it called? Hexner. Yeah, Hexner. Hexner is one of the popular provider in Germany. So we buy some machines from them, and we stop our Kubernetes cluster on top of it. So we are exactly that SOX selling company that's run its own platform, as we heard in our keynote today. So we run our traditional microservice architecture. We use like Kotlin, Java, Spring Boot, and so on. And about 10 months ago, we had a hackathon internal, and we decided to try serverless. Maybe it's kind of thing to try. And first attempt with serverless for us was a fission. So we tried to start it during hackathon, and actually we failed. It was like a long time ago. Maybe it was not mature enough. So and then we gave another try for a different project, and it was Kubeless. So we managed to stop it easily and fast. We managed to configure resource quotas and so on. So it's kind of promising and nice. So we decided to go with Kubeless. Also important thing for us back in time was that Kubeless had the support of serverless framework that give us the kind of feeling that we don't chain ourselves to one specific technology, but it's kind of supposed to be platform agnostic. So in future, if we migrate from our own cluster to something more reliable, we could probably switch our serverless to different provider. And today, actually, I have 3 use cases we currently have in production. It's not like single use cases, but let's say group of them. And first one, use case 1, we could be named as transformation functions. As I mentioned, we have a tool for A/B test, and it's also kind of proxy between our ML department and the rest of IT platform. And sometimes they have different understanding what should be format of data. For example, in our IT world, we use data representation as a string, and inside ML API, it's timestamp, for example. And to make this life easier for them, we just transform data on the way from one world to another. And that's kind of transformation. Here you could see definition of function. It's a definition of in serverless framework YAML file. So you have name of service, provider, so it's Kubeless. And we use Node.js for all our functions currently. So we use serverless Kubeless plugin and just handle functions. So it's minimalistic one example. And here's our code. So it's all straightforward. So we take data from event, we find the date of birth there, and we transform it to different format and return as well. So it's super nice and useful. But before we actually come up with this approach, we had a built-in scripting solution with a Nashorn in Java. It was like awful. It's not reliable. Its API is constantly different from what you expect, and and it's hard to test. And here's like standalone function covered with unit tests and so on. That was our first function we had in production. And that proves that it works and it's reliable and could be deployed. Second use case more complicated. We got a request from our IT platform that they want to be notified when some of A/B tests are about to finish. So we decided to make integration with Slack to just notify them. But we don't want to bring this functionality to our core product. So it should be like, so maybe it would be like nice to have standalone service, and maybe it would be a nice feature to try serverless. So we develop the function that's supposed to run on scheduler. So we have cron definition. And yeah, and there's secrets. But back in time, there was actually no secret support in Kubeless, so it was implemented by us, and we make a pull request. So now Kubeless has support of secrets, which is nice. Yeah, so basically, the function is simple. We just query our API to get a lot of experiments. We check which of them are going to end up soon, and for those, we just trigger Slack command to post something in a corresponding channel. So it's kind of straightforward, but it solves feature requests without bringing unnecessary functionality in our main platform. And at that point, we found that it's pretty easy to actually contribute to Kubeless because they have really nice code base. It's pretty simple. And actually, last use case we have at the moment, it's could be called as the, let's say, data service. So we query a database and some results. For some of machine learning algorithm, we store pre-calculated scores for different things. And in some cases, it should be also exposable for different applications. To not bring this functionality to our platform, we decided to build just a small function that will allow users to query this data over HTTP. And here you could see definition again. So it's different secrets. And function is also super straightforward. We just get credentials from secrets to connect our database, which is Postgres in this case, and we just query data based on request. What is nice, and I was not aware that you could use actually async await functionality with serverless, and yeah, actually just works pretty simple. You could run and query your database as well. Quick recap. So we integrated serverless in our platform. I'll still call it serverless, probably, maybe you wouldn't agree. But for us, it's kind of serverless because we don't provision machines ourselves. We have separate department, and for us, it's kind of isolated cloud somewhere. So we just deploy a function from our desktops, which is probably a bad idea. Actually, for us, it's more about changing mindset than about technology. So we start thinking this way. Maybe we'll convince more people. In some moment in time in future, we will migrate in proper solution. We enjoy working with technology, which is fun for developers, and it's kind of reliable in production from our experience. So it's stuck, but maybe it's not true for you, but for us it's kind of okay. So serverless can be new citizen in your system if it's not yet there already. And it you don't need to develop whole your platform in serverless from the scratch. Maybe you could start with integrating it piece by piece like we did.
Yes, we made it. Thank you, Andrei.